Hi guys, it's Kai here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a speed build. I feel like I need to get back into doing these more often because I actually kind of really enjoyed this one. But before I get ahead of myself, I need to let you know that this is a collab with a couple different simmers. Of course, I'm going to leave their links down and below. Who do we have? We have me, obviously, because you're watching my video. We also have Simply Jess, and we have me and Chris, and we have Kitty Cat Plays with Yarn, and we have Bethany Taylor. In no particular order, by the way. That is not in order of how I like them or how I don't like them. That's just how I remember their names, okay? Don't judge me. But this speed build is just the shell of the house because just like I did in my last build, I think it was, the farmhouse build, this is the kind of like pass it on challenge as we're calling it. I don't really know if that's a thing that exists, but I want it to be a thing that exists in the simming community because I think it's a kind of a cool way to be able to do a group collab. Without everyone doing like individual rooms or whatever. But if you don't know, the pass it on challenge is where one person, aka me, because I don't like decorating as much, weirdly enough, I'd rather build the shell. I think it's because I like control. I think I'm a control freak, so that's why I like to build the shell. But one person builds the shell of the house and then they pass it on to the next person who then starts to decorate a certain part of the house on the inside. And they have to decorate that, you know, certain part based on the style of the house, I guess you can say. And then when they're done, they pass it on to the next person, and the next person has to also decorate, you know, their little section, but they have to try and make it blend and look like it fits in with not only the shell of the house, but however the first person decorated. So by the end of it, you should end up with a fully decorated or a fully furnished house that looks like it was done by one person, or at least that's the goal. That's what you're going for with the whole pass it on challenge. And I'm actually really curious to see how this turned out because I haven't seen the full house done yet. I've only seen a tiny little screenshot that someone sent of their finished section. So I don't even know what it looks like. I haven't even checked it out. If you want just the shell of the house, you can check out my gallery, which is, I think my gallery ID is RealKairex. And then if you want the entire finished house, you'll have to go to Simply Jess's gallery, who I believe also her gallery ID is Simply Jess. But originally we were gonna do this for Halloween, but because we're not very good at planning and we're kind of last minute people, it ended up now being now, which is totally cool because even though it was supposed to be for Halloween, I didn't make it like spooky. I was going for more of the like Spellcaster look. I was going for more of, I don't know, I had a Spellcaster in mind. I actually pictured just one woman is who I pictured in this house, and I just pictured her to be totally into like plants and like that kind of thing. So even though she's like a modern witch, if you will, so not one that's like always wearing black and is like evil. Witches aren't evil. I feel like, I don't know. Who knows what they're like. I feel like witches aren't evil. In my mind, I think of them as more like naturalist type people that are into like plants for like healing and things and like crystals, that kind of stuff. That's what I pictured in my head. Now, I don't know what the other girls did or what they ended up decorating with, but that's what I had going on in my head. So on the outside, I kept it pretty minimal because if anyone knows me, you know that I cannot stand landscaping, but I tried. I did some terrain tools. You should be proud of me. Like, I'm patting myself on the back for the terrain tools because even though they are minimal, it is a struggle and a half for me to deal with terrain tools. For some reason, terrain tools are just, they're not my thing. And I still actually don't feel like they, like, visually, like they fit in with anything. Like, every world is pretty flat and every lot is completely flat, which is fine because that's what, you know, that's what we're used to. But when you go and then put like a mountain in the middle of a lot, I feel like it doesn't make sense to me. Like the logical side of me goes, no thank you, ma'am, we're not doing that. It's not a thing that makes sense to me. And for me, I know The Sims is a game and like you should be able to do whatever you want. And I think that people have made some cool and like crazy creative builds and I think they look fantastic. But when I'm playing The Sims, I like it to be realistic-ish, I guess. So it's also probably why I don't play with occult sims. Like I don't play with vampires. I don't really play with spellcasters. I just play like normal life. And I don't know, you guys tell me, do you like occult sims in your Sims games? And do you like non-realistic things happening in your Sims game, or do you like to try and make it based on real life? Because for me, I like it to be mostly based on real life, but I also really like the builds to be based on real life. And this could just be part of the fact that I don't like building things that aren't usable. Like, I don't want to build something that just looks good, but also if you put it in your game and like you can't use it, it just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. Where was I going with that? I was going somewhere with that. I don't remember. I don't know. I like my Sims game to just be more realistic, basically, is what I was going for. And I like it to fit in. I like my builds to fit in. I like them to, like, you look at it and you go, okay, I could totally see that in this world. I don't want to see a big castle in the middle of Willow Creek, you know? I don't know. It doesn't compute. Even though, like I said, I've seen people build some absolutely amazing builds. Actually, I've seen someone build a castle, and it was stunning, and it was gorgeous, and I am jealous that I can't build like that. Like, I wish I was a better builder, but I kind of suck. But I would never build something like that, just because the logical side of me is like, no, we can't put something in here that doesn't make any sense or that isn't usable. Also, you know what we need to talk about? We need to talk about the fact that, so this is going up on Tuesday. I'm recording this on Monday. This is going up tomorrow, Tuesday. Hello, Discover University is coming out. Who's pumped? I'm pumped. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I saw the leak for Discover University first, which, by the way, I hate leaks. Truly, honestly, I hate leaks. But when I first saw that Discover University was confirmed, I was nervous. I actually was not excited at all. Like, none whatsoever. I was afraid that it was going to be terrible, to be honest. And I hate that I felt that way. I hate that I had such low expectations or low hope because of all the previous packs that we've gotten. And I hate to say that, because I feel like I want to be positive, but also I feel like we should be critical of things. Like, we shouldn't just go blindly in liking something. We should be critical of it. That way people can get better, but it needs to be constructive criticism. So when I started seeing some of the game changer content from Sims Camp coming out this past weekend, actually is when it came out, I was blown away. It looks really good, and it does look pretty detailed, and I'm curious to see if it's repetitive, which I feel like it, what do I feel like? Like, I feel like it might be, because in terms of the class, there's only 3 things that you can do to pass a class. Like, you either, well, not the only things you can do, but like you take a test, or you do a presentation, or you write a paper. That's gonna get repetitive. But the things that you can do outside of class, I think are pretty neat. There's a couple different organizations you can join, and I think that's awesome. What else is there? Oh my god, the fact that roommates are a thing. I don't know if this is only going to be in Discover University, or if this is going to be available in the update beforehand. I would love if it was in the update for everyone to be able to get that, but roommates is a true game changer. Because going back to me and my logical builds, I never would want to build a townhouse, because in my mind, I could never use it, because either you would paint the other one black and it would just be there for set decoration, basically, which I think is dumb and a waste of money or time. But now you actually can build a functional townhouse. Like, you can have, or like even, not even just like a townhouse, but any sort of shared housing, you can actually build and use it properly, because your Sims can have freaking roommates, and you can have up to 10 people. But it has to be including your Sims. So let's say you have 3 Sims in your household. That means you could have 7 roommates. 7 additional people that you do not have to control. They're not part of your active household. They're just there living their life. And with the way the door locking system works and the whole assigning bed system, it's a new way they're doing it. You can tell them to go whatever room, and like you can lock them out of your house if it's a townhouse, and they'll never come into your house unless like you invite them into your house, you know, you can lock them, let them in. But you can tell them to, you know, go into their little townhouse section, and you can be in your little townhouse section, and like you can just live your best freaking life. Like, I am so excited for roommates. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. Like, why am I most excited for that? I don't know. I think I'm most excited because of the fact that now I can build townhouses and have them make sense to me. You know, I just, that's, I don't know. I'm super excited for that. Let's see, what else is there when it comes to Discover University that I'm excited for? Well, I mean, I'm excited for a lot. I'm not actually excited for bikes. Everyone's like super excited for bikes, but I like kind of couldn't care less. Because I just use the M button to travel quickly. I don't know. I don't really care for bikes, but it's cool. It is a cool addition. Oh my god, the clothing and the build buy items are phenomenal. They're so good. What else is there? Oh, you know what's really cool? I like the fact that the Discover University world is just that. It's a world. Like, it's a livable world. You can actually, like, live in it. So it's a world with 3 different neighborhoods, one of them being Foxbury, one of the universities. The other one is Brightchester. And then there's a place called Gibbs Hill, which is in the middle. And you can live in the middle, and you don't even have to go to, like, university. So it's kind of like living in a college town. I think that's so cool. Or you can live there and then go to school, and you don't have to live in a dorm. Or you can live in a dorm. Or you can live in another world and go to university, which I think is a huge, huge upgrade from how the system, like, used to work. Because you used to have to leave and go to an entirely different world, and you were, like, disconnected from your main world, I guess you could call it. And it's just as if that world, like, never even existed. So I do like that fact. And let's see, what else is there? I like the fact that there's 2 universities and they're 2 totally different styles. You know what I don't like? This is gonna be nitpicky, but I don't like that both universities offer all of the degrees. Granted, there's like a little bit of a difference to them, which I'm not gonna get into here. You can go find that in a different video, or you can watch my university videos whenever they come out. But I don't like that. This goes back into the idea of the fact that The Sims is too easy and that you should be able to have access to everything all the time. I don't agree with that. Like, I feel like if you want to go to school or university for a certain thing, you should maybe have to go to a certain university for it. You know, like if it's robotics, you have to go to Foxbury for it. You can't go to Brightchester. And then, so, because that would make each playthrough a little bit more unique and a little bit different. And, you know, I wish that was a thing, but as we're seeing with The Sims, they like everyone to be able to do everything all the time. Also, there's a secret society, and I'm a little nervous that's going to be too easy to join, because I've already heard that one of the game changers was able to get into the secret society while they were there recording content at Sims Camp, which makes me think, okay, that was too easy. I feel like it should take a little bit longer than that, but we'll see. I'll experiment with it on my own, probably. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited about university, and sorry I'm talking about university when I should be talking about this collab and the amazing people that I'm collabing with, and the fact that you need to go watch their videos because they are fantastic. They are fantastic. But I get off on little rambly bits because I have to talk for like 12, 13, 14, 15 minutes, and then I get stressed. In case you can't tell, I'm like running out of breath because I feel like I'm talking too fast, because I get nervous that I'm going to run out of things to talk about. But I think I did pretty darn good considering this is the first speed build voiceover nonsense that I've done for a long time. But yeah, anyways guys, I'm going to leave you with screenshots, and of course, you know, go check out in the description all the other amazing people that are part of this collab to see how this house is done, and go download it. And yeah, anyways, I don't know my outro. Anyways guys, I'm going to leave this video here, and as always, have a life, happy time zone, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!